Harriet's Botanicals, we are here at Heals Connect, looking at women's health, psychological, mental, emotional, and physical. We are looking at hormonal balance, which is actually one of the key things that we actually look at as practitioners. As a company, Harriet's Botanicals supports women in their mental, emotional, psychological, and physical health, especially with relevance to hormonal balance. So we also are very keen to educate and mentor women as they go through their life cycle, starting at puberty and ending at menopause. And that is the reason we are here at Heals Connect at Capital Club in Westlands to support women in this program.
Hi, my name is Angela Wamboy. I am the co-founder of Sister Speaks Global and Heals for Paths Foundation. With Sister Speaks Global, we focus on bringing women together and creating safe spaces for women to thrive, to have accountability partners, and we curate female-centric events. And Heals for Paths Foundation, we raise awareness about period poverty while providing menstrual health education and also access to menstrual health management products for women and girls in marginalized communities.
I'm Monica Mohoya, also part of Sister Speaks. As we all know, we are women, we are surrounded by a myriad of different disorders, be it like, menstrual related disorders, career and motherhood, balance. So we're going to be sharing knowledge that can help us to navigate that journey, and also women who are suffering from sexual reproductive rights and health disorders such as, endometriosis, PCOS. How do you use the nuggets the professionals are going to share so that you can have a good balance and lead a holistic life?
And I remember when I worked in these places, actually I would go and hide in the disabled loos, because that's how I got to know every building has a disabled loo. So in my period, when I'm over bleeding and bleeding, because now you're bleeding through your pad, you're bleeding through your cup, you remove so much blood that if you sit down for 2 minutes, you'll wake up and you're red everywhere. So the best thing on those days is hide in the loo. And then obviously, if you have 4 days of excruciating pain, at some point you're not going to show up for one of those days. Then now you start making up stories, like, how are you going to tell your boss you're on your period? And I remember there was even, there were like so many funny people on the team. They even had like a red thing for, like, if a woman is being cranky, they raise that red thing to say, oh, she's on her period, So that was a long time ago, because that was like 2000. So my journey has been very long and quite painful, but I didn't even know why I was in that kind of pain. I just used to have crazy mood. My mood would just go up and down. So it's like you're living through a nightmare, sort of like the week before your period. So when having moved back to Kenya, and then I've told my story many times, how I was introduced to traditional medicine in 2017, and then that was the first time I had a painless period. And then later on I got to know I have a condition called endometriosis, because I just have painful periods.
A few years ago, my cousin, who is in Seattle, Washington, had problems having a baby because of fibroids. She was married and she was very sad about not having a baby. Yeah. So while I was at my center in Kawashikari, I had one of the employees somehow had gone through the program with your product and taken this, and her fibroids had dissolved. Yeah. So I bought a few bottles, I think 4 or 6 bottles for her. Yeah. And I took it back to Seattle, and she started taking it. Actually, they started dissolving, they becoming smaller and smaller until they were finally dissolved. Yeah. And I forgot about that because she was bleeding, she stopped bleeding. bleeding. So last month she called me. I was here in Kenya to give me the good news. I was so happy. She said, guess what, cousin? I'm gonna have a baby in a few months, I think 2 or 3 months. And we are happy about it.
I love this idea of natural botanicals to help us, especially when they're indigenous herbs. I'm always looking for natural remedies to boost our gut health and our wellness. So I'm very excited about Harriet Botanicals.